For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cashback. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fanfiber website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 5 of Season 2 here at Roma. We'll be ending the transfer window today. As of this particular moment in time, the deal that looked to be taking Riyad Mahrez away from Roma is yet to be completed and finalised. We are awaiting confirmation of that, and then we'll have a sizable chunk added to our transfer budget, which currently sits at just over £40 million. That will be significantly boosted once Riyad Mahrez is sold, and I've been taking on board all your feedback with regards players to not necessarily replace Mahrez with, but players to bring into the club with the Mahrez money. As previously mentioned, we are very happy with Under on the right-hand side and El Shaarawy on the left. Not looking for a new winger. I'm still actually looking to get rid of a couple of wingers, including Diego Perotti. Of course, we do have Juan Manuel Iturbe that can play on the right-hand side, and I do also have Defrel that can play out wide as well. So we are not short, and Florenzi can play forward on the right-hand side too. So I really am not short of wide players whatsoever. So we're looking to strengthen at goalkeeper and at left back. That was the initial plan. And you guys give me a lot of suggestions. Of course, Victor Wanyama came in the last episode and performed very well. So I'll show you who we've got on the shortlist. As of this particular moment in time, the two goalkeepers we're looking at, both German actually. Ralf Fährmann has been added to the list alongside the previously added Timo Horn. Horn is obviously younger, but much higher valued, whereas Ralf Fährmann is 4 years older, same rating, and actually let's see what his attributes look like comparatively, shall we? 83, 84, his kicking's terrible, 87, 87, 83, 81, 86, 88, 85, so obviously kicking is a lot better in Timo Horn's case, but handling is a lot better for Ralf Fährmann. Kicking isn't really that important for the way that I play my football, so I'm more inclined to go for Ralf Fährmann over Timo Horn, to be completely honest. Then, with regards left back, I could consider still Thomas Meunier, who could come in and maybe push Florenzi further up the pitch, but that was more of a backup option. But we have a number of left backs here on the shortlist. Also, I would consider bringing in Federico Chiesa for this final season as well. If I have enough money left over, once I've bought a goalkeeper and a left back, I'm going to go for Federico Chiesa, just to have an extra option as a wide player to maybe mean that Florenzi can stay at right back. But with regards to the left back option, as you can see, I've got a number of players here on the shortlist. Ricardo Rodriguez, that obviously would directly weaken a rival in Serie A. So that would be a positive. He's not as high rated as some of the others, but a very capable player that is extremely good on the ball and would suit my style of play. So he's a genuine option. We have Marcelo. You don't really see many people sign Marcelo in career mode because he's 30 years of age and his stats start to drop. So because of that, I almost kind of want to prioritise him because you never really get to see Marcelo play in career mode on YouTube because no one signs him, and no one tends to do a Real Madrid series either because there's no real progression or growth there. Considering this is going to be the last season at Roma before we start the youth regen road to glory, I think I'm going to prioritise Marcelo as my left back option. He's valued at 32 million. He's on a lot a week wage wise though, which could be a stumbling block. Benjamin Mendy is someone that I'm scouting. I don't know what his stats actually look like. Obviously, he's a physical player. We know that. I've used him a couple of times on Ultimate Team and in head-to-head playing as Manchester City. But I don't know. I don't know about Benjamin Mendy. Jordi Alba is another popular option, although I am going to remove him from the list because Marcelo is going to be the higher rated option that I would choose. So I'm going to remove Alba. I just wanted to put him on. I just wanted to put him on there to acknowledge to you guys that I'd seen him and I'd gone through the thought process of do I want Jordi Alba or not. Alex Telles was actually a very popular option in the comments and cheap too. 82 rated, £16,000 a week his wages, great physicals, solid technicals as well, good on the ball. In fact, to be fair, he's probably pretty similar to Ricardo Rodriguez, but he's quicker. His crossing's still high, his passing's good, his tackling's decent, but Ricardo Rodriguez is more expensive. To be fair, he's actually better than Ricardo Rodriguez. Interesting. Alex Telles looks like a very capable left-back. Like I say, Marcelo probably favourite, then maybe Alex Telles is second favourite. We do have Levan Kurzawa here as well on the short list, but I don't know about him. I've never really used him, so I don't know too much about him. Like I say, I'm going to prioritise Marcelo. If I can get some sort of feedback before the end of the window with regards Kurzawa and Mendy's stats, then I will consider them as well. But at the minute, it's Marcelo, Telles, Rodriguez, someone else. And with regards goalkeeper, I'm probably going to go for Farman over Horn. But if I can't get Farman, then I'll go for Horn. Yeah? Good. Right, and actually, I should be able to approach to buy Ralph Farman now, because I have the money available to me at this particular moment in time. Now, firstly, let's try the player swap with regards Skorupski. We'll see if they're interested in him. And they are interested in him. And also, they're not actually asking for that much money. Let's propose a new transfer fee of 18 million, just to try and bring them down by a big chunk initially right off the bat. And I'll add a sell-on clause as well, because obviously I'm not going to be selling him on anytime soon. And that has genuinely brought a significant drop in their overall transfer fee. So I'll say 20, and they should accept that. They should accept that, please do. 22.6. Okay. How about 21.5? Good. Right. Ralph Farman looks like he's going to come in. Let's negotiate a contract with him. His wages weren't that expensive. He wants a crucial squad role. That's fine. Obviously, he'd start ahead of Alisson. Contract length-wise, not important. They'll be like, oh, that was what we were after. Yeah, there you go. They don't want a release clause. That's fine. I'm quite happy with that. I never really tend to put release clauses on. I always tend to say that whenever I'm discussing release clauses. What is he on? 47. So I'll offer him exactly what he's on now, because they tend to just accept that sometimes. We'll see what he says. He'll be willing to take a cut and then 800 grand after 15 appearances. I will counter that by actually offering him a little bit less a week. And we'll see if they'll accept that, which they have done. Good. Well, Ralph Farman is in, and in time to start against Benevento. Sorry, Alisson, but you are now out of the starting lineup. Still a very capable goalkeeper, of course, and will be heavily relied upon with regards European and Cup football. But my league goalkeeper now is going to be 85 rated Ralph Farman. Signing 1 done. Let's go and play Benevento, get a win in our first Serie A game of the season, hopefully, and then, fingers crossed, confirm the Mahrez sale, buy ourselves a left-back as well, and maybe even that right winger of Federico Chiesa too. Angolan, forward to Under, out on the outside to Florenzi, pushing forward. Now Benevento should be a team, I say should because it is me at the end of the day, but Benevento should be a team. Oh, that's gorgeous, please finish that. Oh, that's very nice. Benevento should be a team that we should brush aside, quite simply. And, oh, I love that. That lovely little flick there, and then Under with a finish. Oh, I do like scoring goals of that quality. If you haven't dropped the video a like already, I think that deserves it. Even this early stage. 4 minutes in, Roma 1, Benevento 0. Venturos, nice turn into Guevara. Missed a tackle there with Victor Wanyama. And Jose Maria Jimenez with his first action in a Roma shirt. Good block. He too making his debut here, of course, after being suspended for the European Super Cup. And obviously away on international duty at the World Cup in the summer. And Emerson's actually picked up a knock at some point. No less into Emerson here. Hopefully Emerson's alright. Obviously, we're looking to sign a new left-back, and if Emerson's going to find himself out injured for a period, then there's no better time to sign a new left-back, is there? We'll take the free kick there, thanks to foul on Under. They came close to an equaliser there, Benevento. Ralph Farman with a couple of good actions, a save and a punch from a corner to stop them from getting themselves an equaliser, but luckily they weren't able to do it. and I wasn't able to get myself a second there either. So we'll stay at 1-0 for now. Perugini in there to Chibsa. Oh, that's vital from Fred, tracking back there to stop them from getting a clean shot away, because that certainly would have been an equaliser. Sanabria is trying to get his way past the defender there, and I will now be able to slot him in. I'm going to have to go out wide to Under, though, because of the amount of defenders around him. Under, oh, that wasn't meant for you, El Shaarawy, but very nearly doesn't matter, and indeed it actually doesn't, because Radja Nainggolan follows up and puts it in the back of the net anyway. Not what I intended with the initial pass, but the end result was exactly what I wanted, a second goal. I was supposed to just knock that sideways there to Fred, who was waiting on the edge of the box, went all the way across to El Shaarawy. Good first effort, actually, but well saved by the keeper, and he's unlucky that that's dropped straight back to the Belgian, who's tucked it away. He might have gone down 1 in rating, Radja Nainggolan, but his ability in front of goal hasn't been affected. 2-0 Roma. Switched. Oh, that's good football. Chibsa with his shot blocked, and that'll be a corner. Good defending from Jose Maria Jimenez. Kusk to take the corner. It's a decent delivery, but Nainggolan heads away. I thought he was going to shoot first time then. Chibsa with another effort. Ralph Farman clings on well, having to use all 6'5" of his frame there to pluck that out of the air. He hasn't turned into a chicken, I can assure you. Corner to come in from Benevento. Looking for one back before half time. Yun Young Sun trying to create something for them. Here's John Swift, the former Chelsea youngster at Benevento. Oh, and I thought I'd done enough there as I outmuscled him the first time to put him off and deny them the opportunity to score, but he's there at the second attempt. No clean sheet for Ralph Farman on debut. Who was it that stepped in? Was it Jose Maria Jimenez? I think it was. I just outmuscled him once there, and he's just shrugged me off. He looked as if he was going to stumble, and then I was going to get the ball off him, but somehow, despite being put off balance, he's able to just power through. And Armenteros brings Benevento back within 1 goal of me, within 1 minute of the half-time whistle. In fact, there it is. Inside to Guevara, ball over the top, looking for their rather physical striker, as it turns out, their number 90. Wanyama will drill this out wide, but it's well read by Letizia. Come forward again. All over the top. Emerson didn't quite get his feet sorted there, and Kusk is in behind. He's got the opportunity to square it, and perhaps should have done. Now he lays it back, and Farman recovers. Superb goalkeeping from our new man. He might have conceded already, but not exactly his fault for the first goal. And to be fair, that was outstanding to deny them a second. Wanyama to Fred. And towards me, please, Stefan. There we go. Oh, defender's got himself all in a muddle there. It's a good save by the keeper. Sanabria with a follow-up. Okay. I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing there. He's just fallen over. Good effort from El Shaarawy. I tried to keep it low and failed, but I think that's going to go down as an own goal. But the keeper's dived before the ball. It looks as if he dived before the ball had even... Yeah, that's off the defender. Before the ball had even left the defender's head. It's gone down Sanabria's goal. Pretty sure that came off the defender, didn't it? Oh well. Antonio Sanabria will take it. 1 more towards his... or 1, I guess. It's the starting game of Serie A, isn't it? 1 towards retaining his golden boot from last season. Fred, smack that out wide there to El Shaarawy. Back to Fred, through to Nainggolan. I could let fly early, I have done, and it's a great goal for Radja. 4 for us, 2 for Radja Nainggolan. That was a really nice finish. Yeah. His ability in front of goal definitely hasn't been affected by the fact that his rating's gone from 86 to 85. Really powerful effort from the edge of the box. Should the keeper have done better? Was he perhaps unsighted by the defender? Definitely unsighted. And to be fair, the shot power on it, even if he was in the right place, he wouldn't have saved it anyway. 2 for Nainggolan, 4 for Roma. We mentioned it was probably going to be quite a simple opening day to the Serie A season here, playing Benevento at home. And it has turned out to be exactly that. He's got the man on the overlap me outside in Perugini. Trying to isolate Alessandro Florenzi here, but he turned and forgot the ball. And you're not exactly going to cause many problems if you haven't got the ball at your feet, are you, my man? Under looking to get in behind. Under actually scored a very good goal for Roma in real life a couple of days ago. This could be 5, and is. Sort of actually an incredible goal for Roma in real life the other day. His first for the club, I believe, actually, and it was after like 40 seconds as well. Screamer from the edge of the box. Google it if, or YouTube it if you haven't seen it. I'll have a look on Twitter, but this is turning into being Quite the riot against Benevento. Apologies, boys. It may be a new season, but we've carried through our goal-scoring ability from Season 1, evidently. Starting off as we mean to continue in Serie A. Of course, wanting to win the Scudetto this year if we can. Well, a 5-1 win will go a long way to starting the season off in the right manner. Yep, 5-1. Well, that's a good ball. Win that, please. Florenzi. He hasn't. That's a smart save by Farman. Very good stop by the goalkeeper. Double changes being made by both teams. 5 minutes to go. Are they going to get another one back? Keeper's come for that and punched it. And Sanabria does enough there. He just needed to put the man off, and he did well to do so. Otherwise, they might well have got themselves a second. Obviously, no chance of them getting a win here, or even a draw. But, oh, Fred, I thought you could keep that run going. Oh, never mind, you want it back again. Keep going, Raja. Hat-trick players. Thank you. Raja Nainggolan 3, Roma 6, Benevento 1. I've been lucky with some of the goals that I've scored in this game, with the way that the ball has come back to me. But sometimes you do need a little bit of luck, although the quality was always going to shine through in this game anyway. Just 1 minute to go now. A hat-trick for our Belgian superstar. And 3 points for Roma. There's the final whistle. A solid victory on the opening day. As expected, Benevento, one of the weakest sides in the division, and Raja Nainggolan completely tearing them apart. Like I say, a couple of really lucky goals in there. 2 of which were Raja Nainggolan's, actually. With the first one being a lucky rebound and the second one being fortunate that it came back to Fred to be able to play him back in the first place. But that will most certainly put us top of the table. Juve get off to a good strong start as well with a solid 3-1 win. And Emerson's only out for 5 days, which is good news. I was slightly concerned that he was going to be out for longer. Now, is that email? Don't be a press conference. One of them's a press conference, but is the next one? Alexander Kolarov was sold. That's good news. But I don't want Kolarov sold as the email. I want Riyad Mahrez sold as the email. Are we going to have to do everything on transfer deadline day, or can we get something done? Yes! Riyad Mahrez is gone. £55 million has been added to... 47.5 has been added to the transfer budget, and with Kolarov going as well, we will most certainly have freed up the money in the transfer budget to afford Marcelo's wages as well, because I can do this, and yes, we can most certainly afford Marcelo's wages. Right, now it did mention that games have been rescheduled, so the interesting thing is, who have we got in the Champions League group? We have Wolfsburg, we have Celtic and Liverpool. That is a group we should most certainly be winning. Celtic, Wolfsburg, Liverpool. That is easily a winnable group. Right then, let's just advance the 1 day onto transfer deadline day, because we could do everything within the 1 hour anyway, can't we? So we will try and get Marcelo in then. We'll keep an eye on the top deals. I don't know whether I'll move myself out of the way. I might just tell you. Oh, okay, there have been some big deals. We knew the Mauro Icardi one. Gareth Bale to Chelsea. £73.4 million. Gareth Bale to Chelsea. It's the second biggest deal of the window. And as you can see there, Gundogan has gone to Spurs for 53.1. Idrissa Gana Gueye to Arsenal. There are a lot of deals going through in this window. We'll have a look at the squad transfer, transfer history tab at the end of the window. But, wow. Right, Marcelo. I said that you were going to be my favourites. My preference, and indeed you are. Hello, Zizou. Give me your man, will ya? Do I try and play a swap? I don't need a player swap. I've got the money. I can afford him. He's not going to be overly expensive, I wouldn't have thought, because of his age. 54. Oh. I'll counter. I will meet you somewhere in the middle. Further towards me. How's 40? Yeah. Oh. Okay. They didn't exactly come down much there, did they? How about 43? I better say 54 something again. Oh, you're going to take some time. Yeah, and then you're going to say no, and then we'll come back, and then it'll be like, oh, can we have some more money? Okay, fine, whatever. Right, I'll keep the latest deals tab open. Oh, keep the latest deals tab open there so I can see if anything massive goes through. Let's see if anything goes... Oh, something's gone through. Marcelo offer transfer... Marcelo transfer offer unacceptable. Negotiate. Kind of saw that coming, didn't we? Right. Proposed new transfer fee. 46. They should just accept that. Go on. Oh, it's missed out the words at the bottom. Good lad. Right, Marcelo, you're going to come to Roma, please, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Ralph Farman and Marcelo would be two great signings for this final season at Roma. 3-year contract is fine. I'm only going to be at Roma 1 more year before we start a new series, so that's not a problem. No release clause is fine. And you want 200 grand a week, which is less than what you're currently on, only by 10 grand. Signing fee of 3.1 million and 6 after 6. You know what? I'm just going to get it done. Marcelo is in. We have a brand new starting left back. He's not left. I nearly said right back there. Brand new starting left back. We'll put Emerson on the bench ahead of Rick Karsdorp, and Marcelo will go into the starting lineup. Right, still looking to sell, actually, Perotti and Fazio. Still no bids in for them, which is annoying. And Strootman too. So there is the potential for stuff to still happen in the January window. Quite a bit of stuff to actually happen in the January transfer window. Mahrez is gone, so we'll put Iturbe on the bench now. That is a much stronger looking team. With Wanyama, Farman and Marcelo, we are most certainly an improved side from the one that nearly won the league last year. Now, do I go for Chiesa? I'm going to hold off. I don't, unless Perotti gets sold, there is absolutely no point bringing in another winger. So we'll wait and see if Perotti sells. If Perotti sells, then I will bring in Federico Chiesa, but I am going to need Diego Perotti to go. That's an offer for Florenzi. That's an offer I'm going to reject. Again, an offer exactly the same valuation as someone else has offered. There's not exactly much creativity with the CPU, is there? At least in the fees they offer. Obviously, transfer-wise, there's been a lot of creativity. A lot of transfers you wouldn't necessarily assume would go through on career mode that have done. Itzo has gone to Leipzig. Any other big ones there? Ola Aina from, I nearly said Fulham for some reason. From Hull to Borussia Dortmund. No massive deals on the day other than the Bale and Gundogan ones. I will pause at 1 hour left just to quickly show you who's... Oh, that might be a big one. Good, an offer for Machine. Fine, accept. We'll see if he'll leave. Probably not because his wages are too high for the other team. Soriano for 17.8. And Perisic, that's where that big jump went from. Ivan Perisic from Inter Milan to Bayern Munich. Again, another direct league rival weakened. In fact, Inter have sold Icardi and Perisic. I hope for their sake they've replaced one of them, if not both. I don't know whether they have. Another half-decent deal gone through. Almami Toure from Monaco to someone whose badge I don't recognise. Anything else going to happen? Another couple of middling fees, but nothing massive. And we'll go 1 more hour before... Yep, Perotti and Fazio are going to stay for the time being. They're not going anywhere. Right, let's see who's done what in this window. Then we're going to start at Atalanta. Is that the first one? Yeah, Atalanta. Helden, Moore, Akone and Mijalovic in. Nakatani and Aurelio in at Bari with Galano going out. Guevara in at Benevento. He just played against us. And John Swift, who also just played against us too. Jordi Amat in at Bologna. That's an interesting one. And Mario Rui. We sold him there. Ribeiro and Ronca. And to be fair, Bologna have actually done quite a bit, haven't they, in this window? Selling 5 players as well. Donso Creti, good player. Messina, Di Francesco and Oikonomou. There you go. Probably horribly mispronounced, but at least I managed to get it out in the end. Verbic and Valschmidt in at Cagliari. Chievo Verona actually signing a number of people too, with 5 incomings. Fiorentina not doing much in the window, which is a surprise. I don't even know who... No, that's Frosinone, isn't it? Zabotka, Lopez and Azawi. Okay, sure. Fiamozzi, Lozovic and Itzo out at Genoa, with Fimbogason, Leva, Driussi and Yero going in. Inter, Georgian is the only one in. Icardi, Dalbert, Manai, Dalber's on loan. I did look at potentially signing him at left back, and because he was mentioned in the comments, but he's gone out on loan. And Perisic leaving. Juventus have signed Mamadi Sidibe, Aymeric Laporte and Vedran Chorluka, weirdly. And they've let go Chiellini, Spinazzola, Piazza and Brignoli. Johnson, Chaplin and Vardy in at Lazio. Okay, 3 very English signings. Lombardi, Minala and Lulic out. AC Milan have signed Garcia, don't know which Garcia that is, and Diego Jota. No players going out. Koulibaly and Husai out at Napoli with Moreno from me and Was it Napoli I sold him to? think it was, and Glick going in. It might be Alberto Moreno, actually, from Liverpool, I'm not sure. I can't exactly remember where Hector Moreno went. Glad, Villarreal and Marisic in at Parma. I've done quite a bit. £129.7 million spent with £104 million made, so I'm not actually... Net spend isn't that high. Rondon and Zukanovic in at Sampdoria. Obviously, Patrick Schick came to me for 38. Peruzzi and Butko in at Sassuolo with Politano and Mazzitelli going out. Dos Santos in at Torino with Ichazzo going out. And Udinese, De Blasis, Petsunovic, maybe, Ulare and Asmoon in with Danilo, the Brazilian centre-back, going out. We will have a quick... Oh, of course his transfer talks broke down. Because the smaller sides that come in for them, they just can't afford the wages of the players from the top clubs. So they want to sign him, but they just won't accept anything that gets offered to them. It sucks. Some people were saying, actually, I did a scout future star for Southampton, but I swear I was in save when I did that. Because I got a centre-back, didn't I? I got a centre-back as my scout future star, and I don't remember you... Unless it counted the one Scout Future Star that I redeemed in both of my career modes, because I only remember redeeming one. We definitely got a centre-back for a Scout Future Star at Southampton, but we've gotten one in the Roma series as well, so whether the game has glitched and gifted me two, I'm not sure. AC Milan up next, but with that rather large transfer window, let's have a look and see what the biggest deals were. Icardi to Madrid for 78, Bale to Chelsea for 73, Perisic to Bayern Munich for 56. Koulibaly we saw. Riyad Mahrez to Man United for 55. Gundogan to Spurs. Sergio Ramos to Manchester City for 49.7 is one that went under the radar. Leon Goretzka to Manchester United for 49.4. Laporte we saw. Marcelo was obviously me. Schick was me. Chiellini we knew about. Torgan Hazard from Mönchengladbach to Valencia. Wanyama was me. Douglas Costa to Barcelona for 34.2. Andreas Christensen to Everton for 34. Glick for 32.2, Abubakar to Schalke, Huso went to Manchester City, Jonathan Tah in as a Sergio Ramos replacement at Real Madrid for 29.7, Rafinha to Leverkusen in real life. Rafinha's gone to Inter Milan, of course, hasn't he? Anthony Lopez to Arsenal for 29.6, Farman was me, Mietzi's gone to Wolfsburg for 28.8, we of course play them in the Champions League this year, Paco Alcacer to Stoke City, it's an interesting one, Luca Digne to Liverpool for 25.9. Shinji to Spurs. Back to the Premier League for Shinji Kagawa. Angel Correa to PSG. Grimaldo went to Villarreal. It's a player that I always get recommended to sign, and every time I try and sign him, they go, Benfica don't have enough players in this position, you're not allowed. And then, inevitably, the CPU signs him somewhere else. Zivkovic has gone to Spurs. Diego Jota to AC Milan, as we saw. Sarabia to Mönchengladbach for 23. Garcia from Eibar to Milan for 23.4. Gay we saw. Rakitsky to Mönchengladbach. Vogt to Leicester for 22. Jesse Lingard to Paris Saint-Germain. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Zagoev to Leicester City. Jemerson to Real Madrid for 19.4. Bril Donald Mbolo's moved within Germany. Enric has moved from Eibar to Leipzig. Any more big ones? Sidibe to Juventus for 18.4. Not necessarily a big fee, but an important player. Roberto Soriano to Espanyol. Cedric from Southampton to Manchester United. That's something I will try and avoid doing in the Southampton save. Aaron Martin to Everton, a player that was recommended to me in the Southampton save, and one that I've subsequently actually turned down and am looking at other options. Lars Bender to Schalke. Mandy to Swansea. And there's only a couple more left. Plattenhardt to Bayern Munich. There are some really unexpected transfers in there, probably most notably Bale to Chelsea, but a few others in there as well, like Jesse Lingard to PSG. Like, I can't wrap my brain around that one. Right, that's going to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. We'll have a squad report tomorrow to bring you fully up to date with everybody and how they're growing thus far in the save. And then we'll be up to 3 games per episode after that. But I could probably do with a nap. So drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you next time.